Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, the leader of the rideshare revolution, the rideshare rockstar, and the captain of the 2K Club, and the realest, the funniest, the handsomest, and the bearded-less driver on YouTube. And this was shared in my group chat last night. I don't really keep up with local news too much, honestly, because I'm too busy. But there's been a couple different news stories on the situation at the O'Hare TNP lot, or as I affectionately call it, the bum lot. And one of the videos they made last month was how one passenger had to wait nearly an hour after they made the request to get picked up, and how it's all this congestion at the lot and they're trying to figure out what's going on. So we're gonna watch this video, and then I'm gonna offer my insight. Right, let's go ahead and adjust this really quick. There we go.
Drivers not optimistic that the situation will get any better anytime soon. They say they've been asking for a solution for months now. Meanwhile, the aviation department says a solution isn't that simple. It's been nearly a month since WGN Investigates took you on a ride.
There's been challenges with drivers taking upwards of 20 to 30 minutes to come get you.
Inside O'Hare's rideshare lot.
People get wild here.
And it's not getting any better. Today, drivers say the lot was shut down to incoming rideshare vehicles due to congestion. In the last 3 years, rideshares have quadrupled at O'Hare from 160,000 trips to 650,000 each month. The city's aviation department has said they're working on a temporary light and a second lot, but they've been getting complaints about this since November and still no movement. This was part of our interview with the head of aviation last month.
We have such a large program of construction going on at O'Hare that we need to phase things so that we're not interfering with other projects that are coming up.
The issue has been frustrating for customers as well. Look at this driver's receipt from the last few months. The customer made a request at 5:11 p.m. Pickup came. Emails with the aviation department.
Sorry.
A large program of construction going on at O'Hare that we need to phase things so that we're not interfering with other projects that are coming up.
The issue has been frustrating for customers as well. Look at this driver's receipt from the last few months. The customer made a request at 5:11 p.m. Pickup came at 6:07. That was nearly an hour later.
They've all heard it. They're not doing anything. None of them are doing anything about it.
Okay, so I exchanged emails with the aviation department today. They say a temporary traffic light is coming. It's going to take a few more weeks. Also, just last week, they met with Uber officials and toured that lot to try and come up with a solution. They have other meetings planned in the future as well with them. They also, on top of all this, have the difficult task of coming up with a long-term plan to address continued growth in the rideshare industry and an increase in the volume of airport passengers. So as things get bigger, more people come out to the airport, they've got to come up with an even bigger plan to address this because the congestion continues out there.
Yeah, that's bad.
Alrighty, let's go ahead.
5 years ago, Chaz Palminteri's story was turned into a new musical critics call A Combination of...
There we go. Let's just go to my Uber screen. Okay. So... Yeah. Okay, so... The issue at what's going on at O'Hare is that there are... I mean, sometimes, like Sunday nights, for example, there will be hundreds of cars trying to leave the lot at the same time, and the lot is at the bottom of a hill, and there's one lane to get in and one lane to get out. And at the top of the hill to exit the lot, you cannot make a right turn because then you risk getting a ticket from a Chicago cop. So literally, you're stuck. 200 cars are going to a stop sign, and then one at a time exiting the lot. And yeah, sometimes when the lot gets too crowded, there will be a cop at the entrance of the lot stopping people from getting in. And I've seen some of these schmucks, some of these bums, literally trying to squeeze past a sitting cop with his lights, with the dome lights on, or whatever those lights are called. I'm not a cop. And you just see these cops who had a couple too many donuts, just shaking their heads like whatever. And I think there isn't, like the lady in the video mentioned, there is no easy solution to this, but there's a couple different options to explore. She mentioned that a secondary lot probably would help, but here's the thing. The same congestion issues that are happening now would happen there, because I don't think there's any lots around O'Hare that have more than one lane in, one lane out. So you'd have the same issue somewhere else. Even if you had 200 cars in one lot, 200 cars in another lot, it's still one car at a time leaving the lot, which causes just backed up congestion. Another thing that is an issue is the traffic light. That's just going to cause so much congestion around the intersection. I don't think that's a fix. I really don't. That's not even, I don't even think that's a Band-Aid. Unless they found a way to like make it a permanent light where only, you know, yeah, but I just don't see that happening. But some of the issues that the lot are, you know, there's one lane getting out, but some drivers will kind of like block it gets very narrow towards the exit, and some drivers will park and camp out at the front. So I'm gonna offer one of my first ideas right now. I think, so at the O'Hare Airport, at the terminals, there's like TSA agents, and they're kind of like directing traffic, and they got their ticket books. And I do think maybe a temporary solution would be to put some of those same, maybe not Chicago cops, but have some kind of enforcement there, writing tickets to drivers who are bending the rules. So if you're parked near the exit, give them a ticket. If you make a right turn out of that, you know, a lot you're not supposed to, give them a ticket. If you park your car on and there's also a hill next to the lot where if you take your phone and the queue is low, you could potentially get a ping from the hill without ever entering the lot. So either they build like a barrier to make sure no driver can get over it, or they'd have to enforce that. So if someone goes into that hill to try to get a ride, give them a ticket. If someone, yeah, there's so many different ways of, I do think one of the issues is lack of enforcement, and drivers are abusing it. Simple as that. I mean, it's every man for himself at that lot. Another thing we have to discuss is, it just had the thought in my head and I lost it. The rematches. Okay, so something the lady in the video didn't cover, maybe she doesn't know, is the city of Chicago told the apps no more rematches at O'Hare, right? Or Midway. Ever since then, that's when the congestion got really, really, really bad. So a good solution to this issue would be bring back rematches, right? A rematch is when you drop someone off and then you get a ride request immediately after dropping someone off. But drivers fucked up rematches for other drivers, because what some of you dickheads were doing was you would drop someone off at the airport, and if you didn't get a rematch, you would just circle the terminal for 20 minutes instead of going to the lot. That's why it caused too much congestion at the actual terminals, and the city of Chicago killed it, right? They told the apps to kill rematches. So bringing back rematches would definitely help the congestion at the lot. Yeah, I don't think they brought up the rematch thing in any of these videos. So, yeah, another kind of solution I have, which I know you guys aren't going to like, is, well, first I'll bring up my buddy Rick. I think he had an idea. He said that the city should ticket drivers that enter the first terminal without passengers. And I think that's a genius idea, but a little tough to enforce. Because, yeah, let's say you get off the highway or whatever, or you get off Mannheim and you go to the airport terminal, or you just circled around. Obviously, without a passenger, what the fuck are you doing there? You have no business being at the terminals if you don't have a passenger. Unless, obviously, you got a ping from the lot, but that'd be a little tough to enforce. But I do think that'd be a good idea, because I know there are cameras situated at the terminals kind of watching all these cars. So I like that idea. Another idea I have is, I know you guys aren't going to like this one, I think the city of Chicago should find a way to, there should be, how we have our TNP stickers back there, right? which allows us to pick up people from the airport. You know how much effort it takes to get one of those stickers? You ask for one. That's it. That's the only thing you have to do to get one of those stickers. What I think is they should get rid of those stickers and have a specialty sticker that you have to pay for. I don't know, you guys are gonna. If the city of Chicago charged me $50 a month to have rematches and to give me access to the lot, I would pay for it, because I would make that back in two rematches, right? And I'm a full-time driver, so I'm like, bring it on. I think sometimes you gotta pay to play. Maybe, and that money can be used towards more security at the lot, more cleaning at that lot's a fucking mess all the time, better porta potties or something, some kind of billing measure that would allow, that I think that would be easier. That's one idea I know you guys are gonna hate. So kind of like a paid fee for rematches and access to the lot. Another thing I think is a good idea would be just don't have a queue. Don't have an airport queue. All right, check this out. So where's O'Hare? All right, it's surging right now. So you can only get a ride from the lot, right? That's it. That's the only location you can get a ping from at O'Hare, unless there's a disaster. Which I know. So the lot is that little thing there, right? And right now there's 150 bums there. If there's so much congestion from the lot and you can only get a ping from the lot, then here's an idea. Have the entire area around O'Hare, have all of that around O'Hare be the queue. Why does that have to be a first in, first out? If it's causing that much congestion and that much waiting times, then the queue should be like around the airport and not just at one location. I've heard other airports around the country do it like that too. But as you said in that video, or as that lady said in the video, the demand for ride shares has quadrupled in like 3 years. So you gotta do something. Right? Or we lose all the business back to the cabs. People will only be taking cabs back home. I think I had another solution. I probably had one more, but I'm not really thinking about it right now. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it. I do think there needs to be better enforcement. I think they should bring back rematches. I would potentially be okay with some kind of paid access to the lot and to rematches. And yeah, now I remember what I was supposed to say. And expand the queue, expand the where you can get pings from. It's getting warm in here. So those are my 4 things. Another thing is all right, Uber and Lyft, they both send these emails saying, how satisfied are you driving with Uber? How's your experience driving with Lyft today? We get those once a week. Why aren't we getting any kind of email saying, what do you think could be done to improve the issues at the TNP lots, right? What should we give the city to argue back, what changes we want to make? Because I do think they need to bring drivers into this issue. It's not this. It's drivers who are dealing with this, not Uber and Lyft. Right? The apps and the people in the suits and the people at the hubs, they're not dealing with this shit. We are. And I think we, the drivers, have probably the best insight into how to correct this. And no one's reached out to us. I saw that one guy in the video. He got in touch with the journalist, but I personally think Uber and Lyft should be talking to the drivers and figuring out what's the best plan of attack, because that lot is a fucking mess. Any smart driver avoids it, honestly. I've been a lot once in the last 2 weeks, I think, and it's a pain in the neck. It's not worth the stress. I hate seeing all the bums going to the hill. I don't like the cheaters. It's just too much. and I'm just trying to offer a couple different, methods of improving the situation. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to share this with that lady from WGN, Lourdes. I didn't catch the last name, sorry. I know I swore a lot in this one, but that's how I talk. So that's all I got for this one, guys. Longer video than I planned, but it's a big situation. It's a lot. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.